this hood vlog almost turns fatal after rolling 60s unks get into it with each other. It started off with Unk dissing the Bloods and wanting to start problems, so his homie stepped in and checked him.
This represent Crip. That mean I don't like Bloods. I will you.
Here you go again.
He's joking.
He ain't joking, but that ain't what we talking about right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's them hoovers right there. Sit up there.
No, cuz, no, it ain't this ain't got nothing to do with hoovers, homie.
Sit up there trying to down us.
No, cuz, it ain't got nothing to do. We talking about Crip walking.
No. Hoovers trying to down us.
Ex-con.
Unk would call his other homies to come deal with him, and that's when he pulls out a and does this.
Hey, hold on, you're doing the wrong thing. Wrong shit. Come on. Hey, cuz, you doing the wrong thing. What's wrong with you? Come on. Keep telling you.
Everything good, right? We're good.
Sit your back.
Oh, wait. We're good. We don't want no issues.
There's a famous saying in South Central that goes, "You're not a rolling 60 until you rolling 60," which explains why they're always into it with each other. Watch how this hood vlog.
And this is a main reason why a lot of niggas don't make it past a certain age. And however, niggas that does pass a certain age, as you can clearly see, are degenerates. And this is a shameful thing. I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash, the honest apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there, onto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. And this is the gangster life that's poisoned the minds of many. I'm going to repeat it again. This is the gangster life that poisoned the minds of many. And this is what's been glorified for the past, let's go for it. 70, now it's 1970, let's say 50 years. Maybe more than that. The gangster life of hood niggas, hood boogers. And this faction, I believe they started out late 70s, early 80s with this color bullshit. And look how retarded these guys are. The nigga have no teeth. Talking about he hates Bloods and this. Nah, y'all should hate yourselves. All y'all. This is an embarrassment. Y'all supposed to be ancient men. Men of wisdom. Alright? Men of knowledge to pass down to the next generation. And all you passing down is degeneracy. And that degeneracy is what running rampant amongst the people. This is how you have the breeds of what they call them YNs, young niggas, all right, because they emulate and pretend to be people like this. And these guys probably was in and out of jail their whole entire fucking lives, and they still. And where's all that heat, that pressure, that hatred towards the white man? Is never to be found. But when a nigga see another nigga, all right, he has more than words. He's gonna go all out. So this is a shameful display of niggerism. All right, this is black culture. When they say black excellence and all this other shit because a couple of niggas seemingly that they made it, well, part of this black culture is this shit. Why is it to a lot of these people that made it, they would relate to this? In other words, they were either affiliated or part of some organization. I can't even say the organization. These are just wild, animalistic niggas. This is why the Lord is going to put 2/3 of the nation of Israel down. All right? This is why that other guy, which I'm going to do a video on that clown, all right? The Lord is exposing his gay ass. All right? That nigga's a demon. But this is the world that he loves. He represents. This is a shameful thing, man. Really shameful. But let me get a couple of scriptures. I ain't gonna make this too long. Lamentations 4:1, it says, how is the gold become dim? What was considered to be gold? The men of Israel. Alright? Once the Lord put the law, statutes, gave us the law, statutes, and commandments as a people. Oh, as a matter of fact, I should start here. Jeremiah 2. and 21, I believe. It says, yet, matter of fact, I'll start at 20. For from old time I have broken thy yoke, bust thy bands, and thou saidst, I would not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. And this is going about the nation of Israel. Alright? And Jeremiah at this time was talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which was the southern kingdom. They was playing a harlot. A harlot, in modern day term, is a skank, a whore. Alright? So our people is known for playing the whore. It says verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine. Noble is royalty. So believe it or not, quote unquote, black man, I gotta say it like that, but really the elect, but I gotta say it like this. But believe it or not, you are from a royal stock. You are God's chosen people. But a lot of you don't believe that, neither do you care. I'm talking about for all you newbies that pass by our videos, and you was made to be a special people to the Lord. Special people do special things. Special people are about making life better. But our people became less than that. It says, holy and right seed, how art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me. And the key word is degenerate. So a lot of times we see on social media, which slips to regular media, you see a lot of these animals, these beasts, young men, young women, especially the women, that's going out there flipping their wigs, getting emotional about things when they could easily just talk it out, acting all hard, pissing on each other's graves, shooting each other for no apparent reason, killing each other. And the old heads would be like, yo, these niggas are wild, blah, 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 this ain't right. Where the fuck you think they got that shit from? Pardon my Swahili. Where the fuck do you think they got that shit from? Where to get this concept of this idea just to take shit to another level? As what it says in let me get that real quick. It proves, man, our people are fucking, not only they are degenerates, they are hypocrites. Alright? All those men on that video are grown geezers. Tooth missing. They probably just sit in the corner and they still have the hatred towards one another. Like, just because they wear fucking colors, it's a goddamn shame. Matter of fact, what was it? 4 and 25, I think. I'm like, it says, yep. Now, actually, this is not the one I was looking for, but it hits the point though. It says, what will he then do unto his name, whereby 2 Ezra 4 and 25. What will he do unto his name, whereby we are called? Whew. So the Lord called us Israel, right? Meaning we are the Prince of God, Yasha Allah, all right? He is Prince Allah of God. So we are the Prince of God, the sons of God. What do you think the Lord's going to do for his name that he put upon us when we acting like in that state? He's going to destroy it. 2/3 of our people, because he misrepresenting what he put on earth. All right, you hate each other with a perfect hatred, and that's the most dumbest shit. I could understand. I gotta say like this. I can understand if it's just an ideal difference. All right, it's a different point of view, which is stupid. People can literally talk things out supposedly, but fucking colors, be? Are you fucking serious? But it says, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou wilt marvel, for the world hasten fast to pass away. So the world, the planet Earth, hasten to pass away, because what's happening, the sons of God is acting ungodly. All right, and allowing the lowest of the form of men to run this place. Because why? They're misrepresenting themselves. Everything is happening. Yeah, we blame Esau for a majority of things, which he is responsible. That's his job. He is the vessel. He is the vessel to bring that heat. But it's the degenerate part of our people that really harms this world. All right? When you niggas go out there eat crab, lobster, oysters, and all this other shit, when you sit there and support the wickedness that's surrounding you, you're guilty as the wicked. All right? That's what the scripture says in Jeremiah 5:20. You surpass the deeds of the wicked. All right? Actually, 5:26 went down. And it says, but as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked, I will tell thee, for evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. So the evil is sown. All right? Which means it was planted. And when it tells you it was planted in the mind of Adam. This is when the Lord separated us. He wanted us to be separated, not to be as these other nations. All right? These other nations were created to be hateful towards one another, but our people took the mantle. So going back to this real quick. No, actually, I'm done with that one. Lamentations 4:1 again. It says, how the gold is become dim. So the Lord planted us, made us a righteous seed. All right, gold to shine, but it became dim. That's why you go to Isaiah, the first chapter, about the actually I gotta get that then. It's not coming out like I thought it would be. Isaiah 1, and I'm just gonna go to the point. This whole chapter is beautiful. And it says, Isaiah 1 and Yep, I started 21. How is the faithful city become an harlot? And it was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. And this, woof, and niggas, that's all niggas do, yo. I was talking to a brother. Was I talking to a brother or I was talking to a relative? But one or the other. Yeah, I was talking to a relative. And how, which brothers already know, Jake just love deaf culture. That's all this hip hop and gangster rap and all. That's all is just deaf culture, yo. And Jake love talking about and being about deaf. Why? Because they are part. They, like the Lord said it the best. You, your father, the devil, and after the lust of him, you shall do. He was a murderer from the beginning. So a black, so-called black man have no problem with killing another black man. So-called Hispanic man has no problem with killing another Hispanic man. And don't get me started with the Latin tribes. You go South America, the most gruesomest deaths is towards their own people, hacking it, chopping people's heads. It's all that put it out there for some cartel. And y'all niggas are vile, man. It says verse 22. Thy silver is become dross. Thy wine mixed with water. Wine mixed with water loses potency. Silver with dross is worthless. You're not pure no more. So the Lord sees his people that was created to be silver, gold. All right? Going back to this, let me finish this off. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of the street. The precious sons of Zion precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold. And there you go. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers? meaning worthless. Compared to gold, dirt mixed with water, clay, that's nothing. Gold is something unique and precious. It says the work of the hands of the potter. So the Lord said, man, we read the NLT, see how the precious children of Jerusalem worth their weight in fine gold are now treated like pots of clay made by a common potter. And that behavior is nothing but a common worthless behavior. Alright? You niggas act more animalistic towards one another than anything else. Hosea 4 and 6. Because you don't know, niggas don't know their worth or their value. They don't see worth or value towards each other. Alright? Hosea 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I remember a brother had put up a video. He had a young, I gotta say YN, a young nigga who was saying basically he's worthless. He's gonna live in the hood, and that's it. And that's exactly what Esau created. When it created that movie, Birth of a Nation, when Birth of a Nation was actually, it was Esau depicting how quote unquote black people was gonna turn out. All right, that was all part of the plan. And oh boy, did you idiots fall for that shit. No resistance. Easily gotten. The scriptures tells you, I'm not gonna get it though. He that have no rule over his spirit is like a city without walls. All right, meaning you're compromised. A city without walls is a city that has no defense, which is really talking about your spirit. So niggas don't control their spirits. They don't control their temper. They don't control nothing. All they do is feed into the negativity. All right, and the ones, the ancient of the people, who's supposed to be a beacon, a standard bearer, who's supposed to have knowledge of any knowledge period, has become worse. All right, worse off. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou has rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me, meaning a servant. You're not going to serve the Lord. You have no purpose, no sole purpose, fighting about colors, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. All right, and part of the law is what? To love thy neighbor as thyself. I will also forget thy children. You want to know why these young niggas get massacred out there in these streets? Because niggas like this, all right, who probably have children, all right, got some evil bitch to get them, bear them children, and been this day their whole life, raise their little bastards to be just like them, and to turn around and become a victim because of the behavior that they see. This is why the Lord has to start over. This is the exact reason why Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, has to start over. This behavior, this hatred that you have towards one another is unacceptable in the kingdom of heaven. It will not happen. All right, it will not happen. The death of the nigga, it ends here. That nigga ends here. That nigga mentality ends here. 2nd Ezra 9. I'm gonna just go to the point. It says, 2nd Ezra 9, and you know what? Let me go off here. All right, 11. It says, and they that loathed my law, while they had yet liberty. So every day you niggas have the ability to better yourselves. Every moment the scriptures tell you that the Lord said, Psalms 7:11, I believe, the Lord judges the righteous and is angry at the wicked every day. So every day you have the opportunity, even though we know it's predestined, but to show you how fair the Lord is, every day you have the opportunity to do what? To better yourself. Because why? You have liberty. And with that time of liberty, you have the opportunity to repent, which means sorrowful. But majority of you feel no sorry. Why? Because you lack knowledge. And when as you yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. So, hey, y'all play a game of what's that word I'm looking for? They play a game of CeeLo, craps, whatever you want to call it, in the streets, because they gamble with their lives. Well, guess what? Your gambling with your life is not gonna be the way you think it is. There's no glory in that shit. When Cain died in Menace II Society, that wasn't a glorious death. All right, that was a shameful death. He found a way out. He even said it at the end of the movie. I'm the same nigga in South Central, and I'm gonna be the same nigga in Atlanta, because he was supposed to move to Atlanta. Well, guess what? He got massacred. That's no glory in that. It says, I have said before, now do I speak. I will speak it also hereafter, that they be many of them which perish, than of them which shall be saved. So, hey, the more the merrier. Let them niggas show themselves, prove themselves, be unrepentant, because the Lord is about to massacre the majority of them. So with that being said, just something real quick. Shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.